watching Influence TV.
Thanks for staying tuned to Influence TV, where you can shop with an impact. Every time you call or click or buy something on Influence TV, you are being the hand of hope to someone in need, and hope is what our next cause is all about. Take a look at this.
Our lowest points was when he started living in his car and then I had to stay with my parents. I think that was our lowest, and it was affecting our relationship a lot. It's been 2 years since Raymond hasn't had a job, and it's been a lot of struggles, and he will get little jobs here and there, but they're agency jobs. So they were just temporarily, like a 1 week thing. And it started getting really difficult because my parents started demanding money. But it was hard because he couldn't get a job. And it wasn't because he was lazy, it's really hard right now. We didn't have nowhere else to go.
2 years ago, things ended up getting a little bad. I mean, I was working a security job, and because I'm a certified guard, and I had all my credentials and all that good stuff, right? And so at some point in time, the job that I was working for, then ended up going out of business. So with that, it left me jobless, and then afterwards, I kept trying to look for work, but economically, it was just pretty much a crisis that that we struggled with for this amount of time. So for 2 years we struggled, and towards the end, when things started getting really, really rocky, I ended up going to my aunt's house in the city of Walnut, and she ended up having to tell us that we would only have a short period of time before we would have to leave, because her daughter, they were going to be moving in, and her family was going to be moving in. So the room that we were staying in, we had to move out, which kind of left me like, well, where do I take my family from there now? So we were gonna have to make a sacrifice, and the sacrifice was, she actually got on the phone, she spoke with her mom and dad, and they ended up talking about, bringing her into the house and along with the baby. But because, the situation with me was still the same and nothing had changed just yet, I couldn't go back with them. So that left me only one other option. I went to go live in my car, and she's living with her mom and dad at this house again in Paramount.
He was living in his car for about a month, and I was doing everything like if I was a single mom, basically. And he had just sleeping in his car. It was hard because sometimes it would get cold, and we couldn't really do anything as a family anymore. I saw our marriage drifting away. We had a lot of conflict, and I saw that, just financial problems too, just separating, everything going downhill.
I'm in my car, and for countless nights, I continue just to pray, just keep asking God to really kind of, to fix the situation and what was going on here, because it's not the way a family should be, separated like that. And so me living in my car, those nights was tough, but God answered my prayer, and God said, go to the Dream Center. Go to the Dream Center, just give it a chance. And so I talked to her one morning, I woke up and I said, hey, I got a great idea. Without hesitation, she went full force with the idea. So she put a lot on the line, sacrificing, having a roof over her head and a lot of stuff for me, So I felt like, wow, got me a good woman here, and we're gonna do this together as a family. They gave us a call back about a week later. They ended up saying we could move in that Friday, and that Friday I was like, wow, so it came faster than I thought, and I was so happy, and it was, she was really happy, and we were able to just drive off back to Paramount with no worries, because I knew that life was gonna change from that point on.
The family floor is a huge part of my life. It's what I get to do day in and day out. I live with these families. I get to sit down and talk with these moms, hear their hopes and dreams for the future. I get to play with the kids, pick them up, take them to school, pick them up from school, and that's what I get to do every single day. And today, you also have that opportunity to make the family floor a big part of your life. By buying this beautiful book, by giving to Influence TV, you're not only getting a great gift, but you're also being able to give back, giving to families that need it the most. You are able to make the family floor a huge part of your life. You're able to get a family off the streets. You're able to get children from the backseat of their cars into a place with a roof over their head. What better thing to do at this holiday season than to give back to the families that need it the most?
Michael Belk tells this unique story through this book about how Christ is actually with us all the time. And a portion of the proceeds can go to any cause you choose, including the family floor. What are you waiting for? Call now. Click now. Go to influencetv.org today and join us in this amazing experience, this amazing journey.
My name is Katie and I work with the Family Floor. I co-direct the program. I knew as soon as I graduated high school this is where I wanted to come, and I've been working with the Family Floor since the week it started. I was 17 and I've been there ever since. The Family Floor is definitely more than just a shelter. We don't view it as a place where you just come and go, but there's a lot of structure, there's a lot of guidance, a lot of accountability. We provide counseling for them now. We provide anger management classes, self-image classes, time management, all those life skills that you need in order to transition out. And then we have a GED program here that operates 4 days a week just for the family floor, so that's huge too. And then we also offer a financial course to really teach them how to create a spending plan and a savings plan. So it's been amazing to just kind of see the process. Within this past year of 2012, we have been able to help 16 families transition out successfully into their own stable housing. Altogether, we've been able to house, from the start of the program, around 100 families. So just the impact that the Dream Center is being able to make in these families' lives is amazing, especially not just the individual, but the family as a whole, because we're really bringing a new way of life for the children too, that they can see that they don't have to live in homelessness, that they don't have to live in poverty, and these parents are really breaking some generational things in their life. Karen and Raymond have a little boy named Raiden. He is a year old. The greatest thing that I love about their story is that they're able to live together again and really do life as a family again. Since Raymond has been here, he is now clean of drugs, which is really, really amazing. Karen is still working on her degree at Cal State Dominguez. Their relationship has grown so much there. In marriage counseling, there was a lot of conflict at the beginning, but they've broken down those walls in their lives, and it's huge.
Upon getting here though, and just kind of seeing what the Dream Center was within the first 15 minutes, I was like for sure that this is where I wanted to be. Had it not been for the Dream Center, there wouldn't be a her and I. Because God called us as a family to come to the Dream Center, we get to remain as a family at the Dream Center, and when we leave the Dream Center, we will still remain a family and transition into a life that we never could have even imagined of together.
What I really love about the Family Floor is that the Dream Center provides everything for free. We don't take a penny from these families, and with InfluenceTV.org, we're going to be able to help fund these families more. We'll be able to take in more families. We'll be able to really sustain the families that are here because everything's free, from the electric bill to their babysitting. All that is provided completely free, and so with InfluenceTV.org, we can continue to do that.
As a young child, it's important for those that have parents to be with them. Families find themselves in one moment without a home, worried if they could be torn apart because of a lack of a place to stay. However, as you saw, thanks to the incredible resources at the Dream Center, families now have a place to stay so that they can call it home while they rebuild their lives.
Yes, and we want to be able to do more. It was about 4 years ago that a police officer dropped a homeless family off at the Dream Center because they had nowhere else to put them. And that's how the Family Floor started here. And today we've dedicated 2 floors here at the Dream Center to take in and house homeless families. Many of the families that come to us have been living in their cars. We're living in parks. We had one family that was renting out a laundry room, and it was a family of 4, and that's where they were living and had been living for about 6 to 8 months. And what we are able to do is when we bring them into the Dream Center, we're not only giving them a roof over their head and food to eat, but we're actually giving them hope and dreams for their future. And that's one of the things that we're so passionate about is we sit down with these parents and we ask them what they want to do with their lives, what career they could see themselves being, and then we do whatever we can do to get them to that dream, to get them to that goal. And so at the Dream Center, we've been able to take in all of these families, and today you have an opportunity to be a part of that with us by buying this beautiful book.
How many families do you think, or do you know how many families are here at the Dream Center?
Yeah, right now we have 28. That's our capacity. So we have 28 rooms, so we have 28 families. And that's the most heartbreaking part of what we do at the family floor. I can tell you that we love having the 28 families that we do. We love helping them. We love them personally. But we have almost 200 families on a waiting list right now today. And the worst part of my job is having to answer that phone or look that family in the eye and say, I'm so sorry, we don't have a room for you, we're completely full, because that's what they're getting from every other program. There are no programs that have rooms available for families because it's such an epidemic in this country. Homeless families is such an epidemic, it's such a problem. And so a lot of these families would have nowhere to go. And so we are so excited to be able to partner with Influence TV and to be able to offer products like this book to go straight to helping families get off the streets.
Yes, and I was reminded today of how Matthew Barnett started the Dream Center, and he did not just go and preach a message. He actually provided the needs, and that's what's going on here. And I look and I think, okay, the images in this book show that Christ is with us in every need, but Christ needs us to be the hands to do the work as well. Christ can provide our income to buy gifts, to have Christmas, to be able to have roofs over our heads. But these people have hit hard times. A lot of these people, I heard, are just, they may have just been a paycheck away from losing their home or their apartment, and that's it. And the program that you've been talking about takes them in to help them get back on their feet again to become productive parts of society. In addition, to this beautiful book, you always have the option to give directly to the Dream Center. If you've been touched by this story or any of the stories that you've heard us speak of today and would like to give a donation directly to the Dream Center, you can be assured that 100% of your direct donations go right to the cause of your choosing. Just click online and tell the operator, I want to give to the family floor. We have so many families waiting, and it's only with your help that we can successfully give those families with their small children a place to lay their head. So call, click online, take advantage of this amazing book. You'll be glad that you did.
Hello, I'm Robert Ferguson. As a friend and partner of the Dream Center here in Los Angeles, I have seen firsthand the amazing work they do. On Influence TV, you will find great deals on products the entire family can use. Every time you purchase, you'll choose where part of the proceeds go. That's what makes us so different. We want you to be part of the process so that you can see the cause you choose at the Dream Center get the help that it most desperately needs. That is why I'd like to introduce you to another program that you can take advantage of today. While it doesn't cost you a cent, it allows you to reach out a hand of hope to someone who needs it most. It's called Script. A lot of us have value-saving cards from our grocery stores or gas stations, and Script, well, it works just like that. Just go to influencetv.org and sign up for our eScript and retail Script options to use at grocery stores, gas stations, online, and more. Just log on to influencetv.org now. Do it now, and you will find out just how in just a few quick steps for what you spend already, you can make a big difference in the life of the young child, the man or woman who really needs it the most. So what's stopping you? Nothing. Go to influencetv.org now and start using your influence today.